Every time. I gotta remind myself to do that. What a noob. What a noob.
You for like the past 5 minutes.
Damn it. Okay. Whoops. We'll just recast the first one. It was super short anyways.
Yeah, I know. I realized maybe I could have done it because if I know the Kyoujin, his games are fast.
Wait, Iron, when you say display the game, are you asking me to stream it?
No, I forgot to put it back on the scene. We'll just recast that last one. Unfortunately.
Okay.
What a noob.
Now, the next they want Sybil Crumb.
Oops. Game proxy, no match history. Sorry about that. We just recast that last one. And then we'll just cut out. And then when we upload it to YouTube, we just cut out that part.
Yep. It's streaming now, right?
They've always been streaming. I just forgot to put it on the right screen because I've had the splash screen of the bracket up instead of having it to displayed, which is something I always have a problem with.
Fair enough.
Go ahead.
And in the top left-hand side of the map with the light blue Protoss pieces, we do have the Kyoujin from Alpha Z clan. Now, last game, we did see the Kyoujin win very aggressively with that very early cannon rush.
And the bottom right, we have CaptCanuck, the red Protoss. CaptCanuck is, he casts a lot of games too, so he's kind of a, I guess, minor celebrity of casting, I guess, for the Alpha Beta clan, and they're a pretty big clan with professional rosters and everything. So we'll see if Kyoujin does anything cheeky again.
He's usually like CaptCanuck is sending that probe scout across the map to see if he's going to get any cheeky business again. Now the Kyoujin going for a double gas very early. CaptCanuck only just... Oh no, CaptCanuck did actually get his gas just a slightly bit after. Kyoujin slowly starting to saturate, now just suddenly saturating both of his gases. CaptCanuck trying to get as much information out as he can. Now if you do look, both of the Protoss players drop down their cybernetics cores almost instantly. CaptCanuck's cybernetics score being slightly behind.
So this is the second game. We'll just recast the first game. It's a short one, so won't be too big a deal.
Now it does look like CaptCanuck looking for that little bit of extra defense. Does chrono out 2 stalkers. The Kyoujin does try to get a little bit of that extra scouting, tries to hide the probe. Wonder if he is going to try and get that little bit of extra scouting, or maybe possibly even try to get a little bit of pylon action in the base. But it does look like getting ahead on the tech tree. Kyoujin does get that Twilight Council in before CaptCanuck. And the Kyoujin also making a little bit of a different decision, decides to go for double adepts from his warp gates.
Hallucinated Phoenix coming out. Twilight just finished for the turquoise Kyoujin. The turquoise Kyoujin. With
I feel
Dark
like that could be a nickname in itself.
Templar Shrine, Dark Shrine coming down. Now I only know how to do a DT drop build against Zerg, so let's see how you do a DT build versus a Protoss.
Now it does look like CaptCanuck does get that shield battery hardwall to prevent any of those adepts getting into his mineral line and causing some serious damage. Unfortunately, it does look like Kyoujin is still ahead as he is, but it does look like Kyoujin's Nexus actually got put down a little bit later than CaptCanuck, and CaptCanuck with that shield battery placement micro constantly putting in hard walling to prevent those pesky adepts from causing any real damage.
These adepts gonna go down? Or are they gonna shade away? Will he shade away? He does shade away, but he'll still die. Maybe.
For the Teal Protoss, his Dark Shrine just finished spawning now. His Nexus also does finish a little bit behind CaptCanuck. CaptCanuck having a little bit more, having actually less workers supply because the Kyoujin has 30 workers while CaptCanuck only has 28 going into 29. Now CaptCanuck's Hallucinated Phoenix
Sees this Dark Shrine.
Scout the Dark Shrine.
Zealot charge halfway finish, almost halfway finish. With DTs going across the map. An observer will be finished shortly, and this DT will not be able to live. To do much, not even getting...
It does look like the Dark Templar for the Kyoujin did get 3 Protoss kills. It did look like Kyoujin did get 4 probes in total, but unfortunately, he will be pushed out with that Chronode Observer. Charge just finishing up for the Teal Protoss doesn't actually have many zealots, only the 2 that he had from the beginning of the game. Now it doesn't look, well, let's look at the red base for the Protoss player. He is getting that Warp Prism, trying to do a little bit of extra damage while resupplying on the other side. Now CaptCanuck doesn't have that sweet Ehan reskin, making those Immortals look like some low sarcophagus. Now also, Kyoujin proxying some Archons. What's this?
Some charge lot Archon action coming. Oh, we got 2 loaded Immortal.
Now it does look like CaptCanuck is doing a double Immortal drop, having an Observer in the opponent's base, being able to see what is going down. And we see the first major engagement of the game.
And he has no Immortals at home. What did he recall it? He recalled the Immortals. Is he gonna drop it down? Is he gonna drop it down? Or is he gonna lose it? Is he gonna lose it or is he gonna drop it?
He does drop the Immortals, but unfortunately there was just simply too much Protoss. It does look like CaptCanuck will try to hold his natural.
He's got a good position though. He's got a good position.
Oh, unfortunately, Sentry with the Force Fields prevents the army from getting down to the base, dealing massive damage to the Nexus. Already empty edge shields at half health. Does look like the Nexus will go down, putting him significantly behind the Teal Protoss player.
This is looking pretty powerful right here. 17 probes has gone down. in that attack. Looking for a third, found none. Maybe he suspects a ninja base.
Gotta love those sneaky ninja bases. It does look like CaptCanuck, being very worried, tries to go for a little bit of counter damage, only have... Oh, and he does GG out, giving the best of 3 to the Kyoujin.
Nice, nice, nice. And he will be going to the finals. The Kyoujin, that is. Okay, we're gonna recast the recast the one short one that we just played, so that we have it. We just recast this real quick, and then we'll cast a few replays. Semi-final replays.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see some of those semi-final replays. It does look like these Protoss, or just high-level players, do play very well. And in the bottom right-hand side of the corner, with the teal Protoss pieces, we do have the Kyoujin.
And the top left, we have CaptCanuck, the red Protoss. Now after this, do you want to cast the straight into the other semi-final? We actually have a few extra matches that we didn't cast. You want to cast those first before casting the other semi-final match?
Sure.
Alright, cool, cool, cool. So this will be a huge episode, like 5 series and whatnot.
Now it does look like CaptCanuck, the red Canadian Protoss, does decide to do a impartial wall off, not completely sealing off one side. Oh, and the Kyoujin putting down a pylon in between the Vespene geysers. I wonder and see what he's going to be doing next. I wonder if this is some sort of maybe photon cannon rush.
Kyoujin does really good, like, cheesy ass proxy stuff that I want to learn how to do.
But it does look like CaptCanuck does scout the pylon, and CaptCanuck, being very concerned, does go down and does see the photon cannon and the gateway. Now if you do look, the Kyoujin has expertly used the Vespene geyser and the blocks to give that one photon cannon perfect protection from melee units, like the probes. Now unfortunately, the probes will start to go down, 2 already going down. Tries to do a little bit of damage, but unfortunately, that one photon cannon is just too much for probes. I would really love to see CaptCanuck build some sort of robotics facility to try and push this, because it does look like the Kyoujin is very invested into this, spending almost all of his resources on the other side of the map, just getting a hard wall back at his main base with the Forge and the Cybernetics core. Cybernetics core maybe for some sort of maybe shield battery pipe, but the probes getting a little bit of extra DPS on that pylon, making it go down a lot quicker.
Yeah, shouldn't the initial response to cannon shouldn't be Robo Bay immediately, or I guess shield battery is pretty good too. He just got a really good position on him as far as his cannon goes, but Kyoujin just does really good cannons. He literally did this almost every series up to this point and got at least peeled 1 match off of them.
That is pretty impressive. But unfortunately, I don't see any sort of Robo Bay out of CaptCanuck. I think the only thing, it is quite obvious that Kyoujin is very invested into this cannon rush, but unfortunately, CaptCanuck not being able to make any sort of immortals will start to lose the position, because the Kyoujin just making too many cannons and pylons. Does try to work a Stalker with the Chrono Boost, does start to slowly lose health on that gateway.
Boys being pulled. Probably not enough to do anything here.
Unfortunately, all those shield batteries are out of energy, which does mean that those stalkers, or that stalker now, will start to lose health. Now, he does position it right beside the shield battery. Unfortunately, it does look like CaptCanuck just simply doesn't have enough forces, and it does look like the Kyoujin does have this game in the bag.
And the GG, it's called.
And the Kyoujin does take the first win out of the best of 3.
Alright.
Guys, they're in this building now.
I'm gonna put it back to the splash screen. Whoop, the wrong splash screen. Whoops. High cup bracket slash. There you go. Wrong one. That was the Legion Cup splash. My bad. I'm putting on the splash. Just remind me to put it back on the scene. Let me look for the replay of Snail. I'm just gonna cast House Quirk. I'm just gonna skip some of Canucks episodes. I'll do it on the other one. House Quirk versus Renegade and House Quirk versus Alpha Ghost is what I'm gonna go for. So give me 1 second. House Quirk versus Renegade. Okay, House Quirk versus Renegade. Found it. Unfortunately, they didn't name the games. Which game is game 1, which game is game 2. House Quirk versus Renegade. Oops. House Quirk versus Renegade 1. House Quirk versus Renegade 2. Copy that. And we'll just start here very shortly. Put the game back on the scene. Okay, ready for this?
Yep, I do think we are ready to go.
Alright. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Go back to replay. Okay. Not sure which one's the first game, which is the second game, but let's go for it. I'm gonna go with Eternal Empire first. This is gonna be Renegade versus Quirk.
Now it does look...
I'm just off my game today.
Iron, I do have to go. Testa is asking me to come to the channel and chat with him. I'll be right there.
Alright. And let me see here. Where is the other match? Quirk versus Ghost is the one I'm looking for. Quirk versus Ghost. This is what happens when you do the dirty before you cast. You're just completely all woozy and not on your game. Quirk versus Alpha Ghost. And check the bracket again. One moment, please. Alright, I'll just cast the second game, I guess, and let me see if anyone else want to cast with me. Yo, real quick, anyone want to cast the second game with me?
Tommy.
Hello? Yes.
Oh, you are here. Do you want to do the rookie? 'Cause I didn't know you were casting
no,
this
I'm
stuff.
streaming this thing. Anyone?
But
Anyone? Anyone?
You didn't let anybody know you were doing it, man. We were casting ATL at 8, which is half an hour from now.
No, I did let people know yesterday at 4:30, as I mentioned it
That's
at the
but you
event.
didn't see Derek guys is like, you guys need to spam every time you're doing stuff so we get more viewers.
Yeah, I need to spam more. Anyways,
Yeah,
anyone? Seth, you want to come back? Are you playing?
Well, we're doing this at 8, Tommy, so...
Alright, I'll just do this myself then. Don't worry about it.
Well, no, I'm just saying, Tommy, you want to... Are you continuing it now? How long are you going to be?
It's just one more series and then we're over. It's like 2 match.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, can you be done by 8?
Oh yeah, it'll be way done by 8.
All right. That's all I'm saying. Or I mean, 8 my time. It's in
Yeah,
half an
8 your
hour.
time. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Iron, if it's gonna be done by then, I can come back and cast with you if it's only 2 games.
Yeah, it's only 2 games. It's real
I
quick.
didn't know, that's all. I just didn't know you were doing it today, but I would have helped you spam it though, Iron too. But I'm looking, I'm like, I didn't know you. I'm looking and the stream was live. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
And then I look, I'm like, oh, it's Heiko. I didn't know what the hell
it's
was
gonna be
going
way
on.
done by then. It'll be way done by then.
Yeah. Because we were looking, we're like, is that live or not? I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's live. And it's saying live. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, dude, but I would have helped you spam it. I should have helped you spam it more, but I was,
Yeah, no.
the fuck it.
All good.
Damn, I didn't know if I would have. Like, Tommy, you guys could do ATL. But you're already done.
Yeah, I already did that. Alright, Seth, let's go back. Finish this one up real quick. Alright, cool. Let me just download it. Open. It's Quirk versus Alpha Ghost. And then alright, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. You're the leader of the party now.
Okay. They said my sound is a little low. Master volume music. Okay. It'll be done over real quick. Where'd it go? Believe this is the first game. We'll see. Quirk versus Ghost. I'm just gonna edit out the other stuff.
Oh, I don't even have shields, so.
So both of these are alpha betas. Alpha
it does
beta
look like
folks.
it is going to be another alpha beta PvP.
Alright, in the bottom right we have the red Protoss quirk of alpha beta.
And in the top left-hand side of the map, with the forged Tal'Darim skins, we do have the pink Protoss player Ghost from Alpha Beta.
2 Protoss. We see more. This was a very Protoss heavy
Cup.
cup.
We've already casted like
There was a
2
whole bunch of
games.
ZVPs.
Yeah, we already casted 3 games, 2 of which were PvPs and the other one was a PvZ. Seems like Protoss is very popular nowadays. Now it does look like Ghost is going for, again, that impartial wall off, where they don't completely wall off the one side, leaving it partially exposed. Looks like Quirk will be doing the same thing. Oh, sorry, Quark. The subatomic particle. Now Quark's Brood Warp Probe Skin doing some exceptional work at mining it with those really dope looking green eyes. Now it does look like on the top left hand side of the map, the pink Protoss player will have his cybernetics core halfway done, a little bit faster than Quark's cybernetics core, only being 1/3 done. Now it does look like Ghost decides to warp in a Stalker and a Sentry. Now it does look like that would be a very nice option, as the Stalker will do a little bit of extra damage, while the Sentry can force field off the low ground, preventing any sort of aggression into the high ground. It does look like Quark does make a forceful hard wall while canceling it to prevent losing those extra 100 minerals, saving 75 of them. Now it does look like Quark is doing some very aggressive scouting with Stalker, 2 Stalkers, and one of the SCV probes, while putting a pylon in a very weird and precarious position just below the middle of the map. Now it does look like for the Red Protoss player, the Warp Gate upgrade is just almost done, only being 2/3 done, but for the pink Protoss being very on top of his macro is almost done. Now it does look like the pink Protoss Ghost did have a hallucinated Phoenix doing as much scouting information as he possibly can. Fortunately, it will time out and lose that scouting ability.
Robo Bay and Twilight Council just about finishing up. Warp Gate finished. We do have a proxy pylon over here on the 3rd of the pink. We'll show the shenanigan what he tried to do.
Does look like Quark does have a lot of stuff outside of his base. He has a proxy pylon and a halfway proxied pylon with a warp gate, that little bit of defense, allowing him to see incoming attacks quicker, and that warp gate giving and activating that ability on the pylon, which will allow the zealots or gateway units to be warped in significantly faster. Now, unfortunately, it does look like that hallucinated Phoenix will go down. Does look like Quark is keeping up with that constantly very aggressive hallucinated Phoenix scouting, and he is also sitting across an observer. Unfortunately, Pink Protoss also has an observer of his own and will be able to reveal it and pick it off with those stalkers. And it looks like the observer just barely survives, and oh, he does pick off the unbuildable plates, but saving his observer, putting in a very precarious position. Unfortunately, the pink Protoss will be able to see it and pick off the observer.
Cancelled on the 3rd due to a massive amount of stalker pressure with sentries.
Now, interesting enough, I really love seeing this out of Ghost. He does have that robotics bay and does make that disruptor, the Ihan reskin, making it look very geometric and cool. Now see the Nova come off. Does he get anything? No. Unfortunately, he does with the Disruption Nova, but he does protect it from getting picked off. Ghost accidentally target firing down his own shield battery, or it... Oh, and the red Protoss Quark does get that shield, allowing him to easily pick off the stalkers. Oh, and another Disruption Nova, but he does pick off one singular stalker, and now he does have the immortal, allowing him to do a little bit of extra damage to that red protest, but unfortunately, Quark, just using too many force fields, does pick off that disruptor. Unfortunately, Ghost doesn't have enough production to keep up with this attack, is deciding to chrono out another disruptor. I think a very smart decision, as the burst fire type of the disruptor will allow him to pick himself off the game. The disruptor comes out. Let's see if he's able to get it out. He does get close enough, but the Protoss player in red does lose 3 stalkers. Now, the pink player does have an Archon, allowing him to get that little bit of extra splash damage.
This is not looking really good for Ghost.
And unfortunately, the pink Tal'Darim does not have enough supply. Bams down a bunch of pilots to get a little bit of extra supply.
I don't think this disruptor is gonna be enough to hold this army off, especially with not a lot of mineral left on
And
one base
Ghost-
minerals.
And Ghost, sitting at a comfortable 800 minerals, does actually have a warp prism. I would really love to see him take those 3 idle probes and go and get that really sneaky ninja base. Unfortunately, I don't think it's really going to work against Quark, as he just has scouting information all over the map. Total map control. Oh, and another Disruption Nova does pick off a massive amount of stalkers, getting a total of 4.
Still won't be enough to deal with this though. But pushing up this ramp is still not the best choice. He doesn't have to pick this fight yet. He can starve him for a while. He can just expand and back up to a 3 base. And just keep stalking. But not unless he keeps on losing massive amount of stalkers like this. Those are some amazing disruptor shots.
Yeah, I really like how Ghost did, unfortunately, with his first Disruption Nova, but the second one and third getting massive damage. Now, unfortunately, he is just walking out his massive shot, taking almost the entire Quark army, getting the Immortal and almost all of the Stalkers, only leaving a small fraction of what was left. I would really like to see Quark warping in a bunch of Zealots and just marching across down to that proxy warp gate and doing a bunch of massive damage. Now, it does look like Quark does have a serious amount of Zealots. Fortunately for him, he does have those 2 Disruptors now with both of their charges loaded up, and he gets a little bit, 300 minerals worth of Zealots. Now, only one Disruptor with charge left does decide to move both of them. A little bit of micro does actually expand and regain his foothold. Now, I do really like, if you do look in the upgrades tab, Ghost actually has +2 attack. Is ahead on upgrades, does have the double immortals. Tries to go for a double immortal drop. Does look like Quark doesn't have any army and is willing to give up, but not fully, as he lumps in 3 more Zealots and tries to save the proxy, running all of those Zealots back home. Fortunately for him, he does have that warp prism, tries to get that Blink Stalker Micro S damage in.
Well, a bit of a warp in at the main.
Oh, and Ghost whiffing one of the Novas. Now, he does get a little bit of damage down on those
I
Zealots.
think this is
Unfortunately,
pretty over
just-
unless he has GM Juggles. I don't think, I think he loses this. And the GG has been called. But he's not quitting out. Is he gonna quit out? Okay, well, this match is over. He called the GG. I mean, right? Why are they still in the game?
Yeah.
Why are they still in the game? I'll call this match over. There's no way coming back from that. Okay, we'll go to game 2. Should be plenty of time for Dave to do ATL. Plenty of time, Dave. Just chill your tits. Okay. Game 2. With 20 minutes, I doubt it was gonna go that far. We'll see. But yeah, really the calendar. I mean, this is really the first time we've cut it this close.
Yeah.
We've never really had that many events before, so now we kind of need a calendar to really organize some of this stuff. But that's neither here nor there. At the bottom right, we have the red Protoss Quirk with 1-0 victory over his clanmate Ghost.
And in the top left-hand side of the corner with the Ehanri skins and Tal'Darim forged building skins, we do have with the pink Protoss pieces, Ghost from Alpha Beta Clan. Now, in our previous game, we did see Ghost and Quark really going up against each other. It was a very close matchup, as Ghost was really landing a lot of those Disruption Novas.
Those Disruption Novas almost brought him back into the game, but just being contained to one base, it was just too much. No matter how many of them he landed, he didn't have the resources to come back if he can't get out and build a second base.
I do think that Ghost would have been able to win that last game if he made like maybe 2 or 3 more disruptors, having a total of 5 disruptors, being able to deal out and dish serious amounts of damage, making it significantly harder for Quark to be able to dodge those Disruption Novas.
Yeah, he landed some pretty amazing shots, but you know, without the mineral to continue fueling it. It was a hard base to push up though, a hard ramp to push up though. He got like 2 Immortals and a Disruptor. He can like hold that forever really, but the second he moves out, that's when Quirk decided to attack. Which is good timing.
Look, when Ghost and Quark being almost in perfect sync had the exact same build. Unfortunately, Ghost, like in the previous game, is faster than the red Protoss player. If he can micro a little bit better this game, I do think that he will really be able to win it. Back in the main base of the red Protoss Quark, he is again chronoing out those 2 Stalkers for a really nice bit of early game defense, but on the other side of the map, Ghost is decided to warp in some of those Adepts. Now, I do think, I don't really see too many Adepts really in PvP, primarily because they do a lot of damage versus light, and a lot of those Protoss players decide to do what Quark did and get those early Stalkers out for that scouting and defense. What do you think?
I think I really want to smoke some weed after this. It's gonna be great. Sorry. Yeah, I just got some good weed delivered. It's gonna. Do you smoke weed? You don't smoke weed, right? No, you're too young.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
No.
I mean, don't do drugs.
Now, it
What were you
does
saying?
look like the pink Protoss player does pick off 10 probes, massive amount of damage. Now, for both of them, the red Protoss actually being higher on the tech tree does get warp gate slightly faster than the pink Protoss, both of them getting it relatively at the same time.
I like the way how much vision Quirk has. Like, he has map vision of the entire like right hand side of the map, and he's just moving his Stalker out left and right, probes moving back and forth. He can detect anything coming through almost, other than coming from like the very left hand side, either from a prism of some sort.
The one thing I really like, and I really do like about Quark's playstyle, is that he has the pylon warp gate, like a little bit proxied all over the map, as you can see in the top right hand and in a little bit of the just below the bottom left hand side of the middle of the map. This
That's a lot of Stalkers.
That is a lot of Stalkers. I do
think
agree
this
with
is
you.
over.
Unfortunately,
I think this is
don't think
super
there's enough
over.
damage.
I think this is pretty damn over. I mean, there's no. Was he going for a chart? Oh, he's going for a Stargate. I don't think he's gonna survive this. And he's got proxy pylons, super pylons right at the doorstep. He ain't gonna hold this. 9 probe, 10 probe down, 12 probe down. And this natural is a goner.
Now it does look like Ghost is trying to chrono out that Immortals being able to do significant damage to the Stalkers, pulling the boys to do that little bit of extra damage. Does snipe the pylon connected and powering the robotics bay, preventing the charge upgrade and Immortal to finish bombing. Unfortunately, there's just simply too much for the
Yeah, all the probes are gone.
And picks off almost all the probes, only 2 remaining. Now on the other side of the map,
He's gonna power down this pylon.
Now actually on the other side of the map, Ghost picks off all the probes.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
red
Whoops.
player. This does mean if Ghost can properly hold this position, he actually could very well win the
He
game.
has Immortal, but the Immortal goes down.
And actually, if you look,
Oh.
Ghost only has 10 minerals. This means that actually Ghost...
There
as
is
long as he
no
doesn't-
reinforcements. Sort
This
of. There's
does-
2. Wait, GG. And the GG has been called. I'm back. And there
Wait.
you have it. That is the semi-finals. House Quirk is one end and the Kyoujin on the other. Was it? Yeah, Kyoujin, right? Kyoujin on the other one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Kyoujin versus Quirk in the final. Best of 5. Was it best of 7? We can totally change it up. But best of 5, I believe. Yeah, and with that, that concludes the semi-final of High Cup. Any closing words, my friend?
I did really enjoy how Ghost, the pink Tal'Darim, did use that expert use of those Purification Novas. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to keep up and macro as hard as the red Protoss player, and he was just simply overwhelmed. On the other hand, the Kyoujin, for the other best of 3, really stomped his opponent with that early cannon rush, expertly positioning the pylon and the warp gate along with those Veth's beam geysers to get that photon cannon perfectly protected.
Yes, that is correct. All right, so there you have it, semifinals. As soon as Kyoujin and House Quirk determines a date, we will live cast that whenever that may be. Good luck to the both of them for this little prize. All right, thank you everyone for watching, and we're signing out. Peace out, bye.